Hello students, welcome back to our video. In the last video we started with the another new point, that was classification of business activities. In that we had seen that business activities are classified into three categories. First one is trade, second is commerce, and third is industry. We had also seen the meaning and characteristics of trade. Trade means exchange of commodity is done in return of money, or exchange of commodity can be done in the return of service, then but with the motive of profit, then it is known as trade. We had also seen the characteristics of trade, that is, trade is an economic activity. There are two parties in trade, purchaser and seller. Third is exchange. Exchange is essential in trade. In trade, transfer of ownership of goods and services are done. Fifth characteristics is, in exchange of goods, either an amount is paid or goods are exchanged. Sixth is, trade is a continuous activity. Seventh is, the value of goods or service is determined in terms of money. Eighth was, trade is a legal activity. So these were the characteristics of trade. In the last video, we had discussed meaning and characteristics of trade in detail. So now we are going to start with a new topic, new point, that is types of trade. Now there are two types of trade, that is, first one is internal trade and second is international trade. So let's look at the internal trade. Internal trade means trade among different regions within the boundaries of a country is called internal trade. For example, a trader of Ahmedabad purchases boxes of apple from Kashmir, or a trader of Nagpur sends oranges to Rajkot. These all are examples of internal trade. In simple words, we can say that if trade among different regions is done within a boundary of a country, then it is called a internal trade. If trade is done among the different regions in India, then it is known as internal trade. So from the viewpoint of distribution, internal trade is divided into two parts. Now internal trade is also divided into two parts, that is, wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade means a wholesaler purchases goods in a bulk from a producer or distributes them to a retailer as per his requirement. A wholesaler is a connecting link between a producer and a retailer. It means that a wholesaler purchases goods in a bulk. In a bulk means in a lots of quantity. They purchase goods in a bulk means in a lots of quantity from a producer. Producer means from a manufacturer who produces or makes that product. Directly the wholesaler purchases goods from the manufacturer, or we can say producer, and distributes means after purchasing that goods from a producer or a manufacturer, then it distributes them, means gives to a retailer as per his requirement. So a wholesaler is a connecting link between a producer and a retailer. So producer and retailer, in between them wholesaler comes, because wholesaler purchases goods from a producer, means from a manufacturer, directly from a manufacturer, and then that wholesaler gives or distributes their products to the retailer, and retailer provides goods to different customers. So wholesaler is a connecting link between a producer and a retailer. So wholesaler purchases goods in a bulk means in a lots of quantity directly from the producer and distributes to the retailer. So that is known as wholesaler. Now in a retail trade, wholesaler trade. Now the second type is retail trade. In a retail trade, a retailer purchases goods from a wholesaler and supplies them to the consumers as per their requirement. So retailers purchase goods from the wholesaler, and after that they supply means provide that product to the consumers as per their requirement. So this was the internal trade, and internal trade can also be divided into two parts, that was wholesale trade and second was retail trade. Now the second type of trade is international trade. International trade means trade between two countries is called international trade. It means now internal trade was done within the boundary of the country. Now in international trade, trade between two countries is called internal trade. International trade crosses the boundaries of the country. For example, a Japanese company selling televisions to Indian traders, or Kesar mango being sent from India to USA are examples of international trade. So trade between two countries, for example, trade between or exchange of goods between India and USA, or we can say that India or Japan, or we can say that USA or Japan, between two countries, any two countries, trade between any two countries is called international trade, and they crosses the boundaries of the country because it is done between the two countries. So that is known as international trade. Now international trade also includes, that is import trade, second is export trade, and third one is re-export trade. So international trade includes import trade, export trade, and re-export trade. Import trade means, for example, if India wants some goods, for example, say television, Japanese companies sells their television to Indian countries. So that Japanese countries gives the television to in India, means gives the televisions in India. So that is known as import. We can say that India has imported Japanese television from Japan. Now if second is export trade, means India sells their Kesar mango or sends Kesar mango from India to USA, means India exports mango to USA. That is known as export trade. Re-export trade means import and export both are happening, then it is known as re-export trade. Again and again export something to another country, then it is known as re-export trade. So international trade includes import trade, export trade, and re-export trade. Now the next now we had completed with the trade. Now the next classification of business, that was commerce. The first one was trade, second is commerce. So let's see the meaning of commerce. Commerce means trade and auxiliary service to trade. These services include the services of the banking, insurance, transportation, communication, warehousing, and agents. The world has become a global village from point of view of trade and auxiliary services. So commerce means trade, because commerce includes trade, means commerce means trade, because trade is the exchange of goods, that is known as trade, is also known as commercial activity. So commerce means trade and auxiliary service. Auxiliary service means services such as banking, insurance, transportation, communication, warehousing. These all are called auxiliary services to trade, because to facilitate trade, to exchange the goods or services, some services, auxiliary services are needed. For example, just to exchange the goods from regions to region, or from country to country, that for transportation is required to move that goods from different countries to country, or from region to region, such as Kesar mango is transported through plane, if the trade is done between the two countries, and if the trade is done between the regions of the country, then it can be transported through truck or something, through truck, trains, and many more. So there are many modes of transportation. So transportation service is used, banking service is used. Banking is due to to pay for the payment of money, banking service is used. Insurance means if anything happens to that goods while transportation, then insurance has to be taken. Communication has to be continuous until the that goods or products has reached to the destination or not. So communication is also required. Warehousing means the storage of goods is also required. So to facilitate trade, auxiliary services are required. So auxiliary services facilitate trade, or we can say that trade facilitate auxiliary services. So commerce means trade and auxiliary services to trade. These services include the services of banking, insurance, transportation, communication, warehousing, and agents. The world has become a global village from point of view of trade and the auxiliary services, because now the world has become global village, means now trade is happening all around the world. That why it is known as the world has become global village. Now let's look at the characteristics of commerce. That the first one is trade is a part of commerce, means trade is a part of commerce. Commerce is a big word, and under commerce trade comes, trade is a part of commerce. Second characteristic is commerce is an economic activity. Commerce is an economic activity because it is done with the motive of profit or earning money. So that's why it is called, it is an economic activity. Auxiliary service, third characteristics is auxiliary services helpful to trade are included in commerce, means the auxiliary services such as banking, insurance, transportation, communication are helpful to trade, means for the exchange of goods, are included in commerce, means trade and auxiliary services are included in commerce. For example, banking, insurance, transportation, etc. The fourth characteristics is it increases time and place utility of goods, means exchange of goods, it takes time and it also increases the place utility, means utility means value, so it increases the value of time and place of the goods. The fifth characteristics is auxiliary services are demand oriented yet continuous, means auxiliary services are demand oriented and it should be that auxiliary services should be continuously provided to facilitate the trade, or we can say that to facilitate the exchange of goods or product between two countries or within the regions of the countries. Now the sixth characteristics is if auxiliary services are available at reasonable price, goods can be supplied to customers at fair price. So for example, transportation price, insurance, banking, communication, these all auxiliary services are available at reasonable price, means affordable price, means like at a low price, or we can say that stable price. Then goods can also be supplied to customers at fair price. So these were the characteristics of commerce. So like we have ended with the meaning and characteristics of commerce, and in the next video we would be looking at the difference between trade and commerce. So like we would be stopping here. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.